Howdy everybody, this is Brad, and today I'm going to be talking about the new sequel in the Bill and Ted franchise, Bill and Ted Face the Music. This is the third Bill and Ted movie after Excellent Adventure and Bogus Journey. This third installment in the franchise is like 25 years after the first one. And it seems like Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter really wanted to do this film. And it seemed like they were on board, doing a lot of the work to get this movie going, getting the marketing going. And you can tell they're having so much fun in this film. And that's why I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And I think the movie works because you have to be a fan of Bill and Ted. And it's not one of those movies that's like, oh, you have to be a fan of it, otherwise you're not going to like it at all. I think you can still enjoy this movie if you haven't seen the others, which you probably should, but I think this movie is clearly made for the fans, and you have to understand its tone and its style and the way it goes about in this film, because the movie is very, very silly, and it is extremely funny, but you really can't take it seriously at all. And you have to judge this movie a lot differently than you would almost any other Hollywood film, because the movie doesn't really make sense. And you could really pick apart this movie quite a bit. But the movie is just so creative. It's so outrageous. It's funny. It's charming. And it just has like this good feeling about it that these other two movies had as well. And that's why I feel like having the writers from the original franchise come back was the perfect idea, because you still have that Bill and Ted feel within these characters. Keanu Reeves and Alex Winters do a fantastic job as playing these characters, and they rock. I mean, they are super fun on screen. They capture every single moment, and sure, there's just so many nostalgic callbacks to the originals, but I mean, what were you expecting? I mean, if you've seen the trailer, you've seen the poster, you know it's gonna be there. And I felt like it just worked for this movie, in the fact that, you know, these characters really haven't changed from the first film is just really funny to me. I will say it's really enjoyable. It's definitely one of those movies you kind of have to turn your brain off a little bit and judge it more and how it's entertaining you, how it's making you laugh. What are they doing with these characters? Like, some characters annoying? Is everyone utilizing the movie? I mean, because this movie does have its issues, of course. You know, like, I'll just get into small ones where I feel like there's an overabundance of characters and there's too many subplots going on, and sometimes it can just feel like it's kind of all over the place and none of it's really developed. I mean, it's just a sci-fi comedy film. I feel as though that the movie's a little too long. I mean, it's an hour and 30. I feel like they could have chopped off maybe like 10 minutes of the movie. I mean, that's just being a little nitpicky, but I think as you go along, there are some points in the film where it kind of drags, and you're like, all right, let's speed this up a little bit. We feel like we're kind of repeating ourselves in certain moments, and it kind of took me out of the film. If we're going to be honest, this is just a Bill and Ted silly fun adventure. I had such a good time watching it. I could probably watch this movie again, because it's just such a comforting movie that you can just sit back and have some fun. I mean, the fact that they're putting this on PVOD, which I bought the $20 for, or at the drive-ins or some movie theaters, is just a great idea, and just get people back to the movies and just to see something fun. If you are a big fan of Bill and Ted, or you enjoy those movies, I highly recommend watching this movie, especially during this awful pandemic and just having so many people with a lot of mental health issues because of this. I feel as though this movie could just get some spirits back up and just bring some enjoyment to people. I'm probably going to give this film a 5 out of 10. What is your favorite Bill and Ted movie? Let me know down below. Please like, share the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. It really does mean the world. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video.